right. Lobby is up for Lost and Found. It's Lambo versus SortOf, the last cast of the day. I had this morning thought what I would do is just go to the winners match of the qualifier of the winners match and stop there and then like get a couple hours of rest and then do the NA broadcast, but I'm probably not gonna do the NA broadcast anymore. My throat's getting pretty sore, and I think if I pushed it too hard, even though it's like 3.5 hours from now, I'm feeling like I probably wouldn't enjoy myself doing it very much. So what I will be excited to do though is hopefully come back tomorrow for the second Europe broadcast. I think it starts tomorrow at the same time that today did, 7 a.m. so bright and early. This is pretty cool, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. And I gotta say, it's always nice when I can do a solo cast and we still get quite the crowd for it. It's always my fear that like people are only over here because of whoever my other caster is. And don't get me wrong, I love working with Zombie Grub and Maynard and anyone else. But it's nice once in a while to do a solo cast and see that people still show up for it. It's like the confidence boost I need to stay on top of things. Plus, it's like first day back after some time off. Feels good, man. But it was we're in the lobby for Lost and Found. I'm just waiting on the players. See what you guys are. Nope. Okay, they're just gonna go. All right, Lost and Found. See you guys on the map. We got a best of 3 ZvZ qualifier match on our hands. The winner of this will move on, and the loser will sadly just have to come back tomorrow and hope to qualify through. But spawning in the lower left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It's Clash's Lambo. The top right, we have the blue Zerg from Meloria. It's SortOf. Now, what's interesting is we saw quite a bit of bias from chat earlier. A lot of you guys think Lambo's going to win this pretty easily. I think Lambo does have some fantastic ZvZ, but SortOf is not a guy you should underestimate. Because, well, maybe he has spent a lot of time in Korea, and maybe his, what did they call it? It was like, baboon Korean strats. There's a good joke about this on the WCS stage. Awesome. But, well, it sort of might be bringing some Korean tactics into it. It's still tough to see whether he'll be good enough to beat Lambo. Because I think a lot of the folks who play in Korea, like whether you're at the foreigner training house or whether you're just straight up a Korean player, there's not that many big Zergs you're hitting on the ladder. There's not probably as much ZvZ practice over there as there is in Europe. So this one's particular instance, this still might go to Lambo. I got a lot of faith in him too, but again, SortOf's not somebody to count out. Last game had some very interesting Roach timing dynamics. We'll see if this one follows suit. I know Lambo's also, by the way, the type of guy who's very much willing to do lings given the opportunity, but it does feel like more generally speaking, nowadays roaches are the flavor of the game, and roaches are the way to go. But nobody throwing down that quick baitness. Looks like we might just have some regular stuff happening. It's not now, but it's soon. You see drones usually get cut if players are looking for that ling all in. I don't think we're going to see this at all, but SortOf, of course, had shown us, again, Sandster, he is very much willing to go for a strategy like that. I don't know, it's not really allowed to say. Also, just on the topic of replays, nobody has asked this recently, but I just seen that's actually being discussed in the WCS caster chat about whether replays are allowed to be shared publicly or not. I guess at the moment the answer is no, but they might be willing to change their mind. So I know I regularly advertise that we share our replays from games we cast. With things like WCS and the Alima League though, there are exceptions, and this looks like it might be one of them. But if they decide to give us the go-ahead and the okay, I've got no problem sharing those out later on. But if I do, it will be done through the BaseTradeTV Discord. So you guys check there if you want to get your hands on those juicy, juicy, good replays, if they let us share them. Also, Oh man, I'm missing out on a lot of chat actually. Oh, I got a lot of messages from people I should have been reading messages from. That's awkward. Oh well, at least I'll get caught up later. Frick. I hate that. All right, Ling's looking to dart. There's 3 queens blocking this. Not too bad. Not too bad. Denying scouting out of sort of is pretty good, but as I said, this is a tactic that he had shown versus Zanster. He's showing it now versus Lambo. Lambo is going for a Nidus Worm, so he's not going to actually have the wall off to make this work, and I think this might be game. I hate to call it so quickly, but even with the roaches coming out, this is going to kill the queens. He's not going to have time to use his own Nidus. He had to cut things to make this happen. Granted, not nearly as much as SortOf had to cut to make the Ling all in, but with the Roach Warren being focused down, there's not even going to be that many roaches, and I just realized we're not on Game Heart. I'm going to have to ask these guys if we can for Game 2, but yeah, the Roach Warren gets focused down here pretty hardcore from SortOf, and Lambo might have a Nidus Worm, but the only thing he can put in are really bad Lings or Queens. In fact, wait, did he cancel the Nidus Worm? I think he did, right? Yeah, he just canceled it straight up. He knew it wasn't going to work out if it got scouted anyway, so doesn't waste money on it. Holds the line, 3 drones up, but a couple Queens down. 4, to be precise. This was a pretty nice attack for SortOf. He did also get a 3rd base while this was going on, so in many regards, he's looking to come out of this better. But Lambo's taking the money he was going to spend on that Nidus Worm and instead investing in a Spire. An interesting choice. Right now, he doesn't really have a great drone count to get a lot of gas, which means he's not going to have the greatest amount of money when he finishes that Spire to build mutas with. Plus, let's not forget, he has to continue to defend. SortOf's not done attacking yet. There's quite a few Lings looking to get in here on top of the roaches, get surrounds, get some extra damage. Corrosive Bile looking to hit the roaches in the back line, and this is some good damage from SortOf. Up double the army supply. GG. That's a quick game, number 1. And of course, it goes in the favor of SortOf. Who do you guys? Game Heart, pretty please. I just realized my drink is matching my shirt. What's up? This is coordination at its finest. Also, I think I missed it earlier, but thank you, RX Grim, for the 200 bits. More StarCraft! Yes, but this will be the last StarCraft. I don't know if anyone's casting the other series for Mana, but if they are, they'll be available on the Team Liquid sidebar. You can just take a look over there. Moment of truth. Did they host a Game Heart? They did. Thank you. I'll go give them a heart. Game Heart just makes things so much easier to observe and watch. Just kind of relax too. Don't have stress about this, that, and knickknacks. The Anton special. All right. We got several casters in here. It's Catalyst. Once everyone's good to go, we'll rock and roll. Hopefully it won't take too long though. They are just having some banter. I guess no one else is coming. All right, go, go, go. We'll see you guys. Catalyst. All right, game number 2. Spine to the lower right. He's in a bit of trouble. He's been sitting here for a long time waiting. It's the Red Zerg Lambo. Top left, we've got the Blue Zerg, SortOf. And Balfredo says, BaseTradeTV, is that headset legit good? I'm in the market for one. I want to make this clear. I'm paid to talk well about them. You must take that in consideration when I respond to this. But I would say, with all honesty, even if I wasn't being paid, Sennheiser headsets are good. They last a long time. As I mentioned before, we purchased those broadcaster headsets from Sennheiser in 2015, I believe it was, when we did Hell It's About Time. Those have lasted to today and still have really great quality. This GSP 500 headset's brand new, like just came out type thing. I demonstrated the microphone on it earlier on stream. If you want to go back to the VOD and you're really curious how it sounds, the quality is good. The headsets are comfy. They are open ear, so they're not soundproof. So when you have them on, you will still hear it like if someone else is in the room rummaging through shit or watching TV. But I would say yes, I think the headsets are good. They are kind of expensive, so it's definitely one of those things where I would suggest doing your research. But if you do decide to go buy one, make sure you use the code BaseTrade. It will save you 5% off, plus anything else on the website. There you go. Be sure to check the link, ! headset in chat if you guys are curious. Hopefully they answered your questions. I think, yeah, I think I try to be fair about it without being too shilly. It's an honest opinion with an honest answer. Anyways, natural bases go down. We got a couple Zerglings coming out. SortOf is actually playing very similar, like to the point where you could almost argue he's just an AI repeating builds from what he did versus Xanster. It worked out pretty well versus Lambo so far, as he's up 1-0, but let's see if he can close it out. 6 Lings aren't going to end the game here, but they'll get in, maybe kill a drone. If the Queen comes out in a bad spot, maybe that can work out well for him too, but Ling's looking to get some damage. Boop, boop. We saw that Baneliness almost go down for a second. Looks like they did pick off some Zerglings down here. I don't know if 4 Lings, 5 Lings can kill that Queen, especially while she's well protected like this. So better off just grabbing another drone or getting the Lings out of there. Goes back to the main to scout to see what's going on. Nope. Denied. For SortOf, that was a pretty big dedication, and of course he is going for more Lings. Banlings, he's looking to make this the all-in. I mentioned Lambo was a player willing to do this, but I guess it's SortOf who will actually do it. Not going to wait too long, because this is a really early timing. The element of surprise isn't so necessary, as Lambo will not have time to build a Baneling nest in response to this. Remember, he had tried to build a Baneling nest and had to stop because of the positioning of the drones. As Lings dart forward, the drone hold position on the ramp is actually really nice. This hold position control on Lambo, though, it's working out really well. SortOf tries to respond with his own hold position, a little bit awkward, kind of funny to see, but he still does a pretty good start to this fight, because with 6 drones, and of course while this goes on, his Baneling nest finishes up, he'll start his own Banelings, and Lambo's only just begins. There's a lot of time between now and that Baneling nest completing that's going to be very difficult. But Queen's on the front line and a little bit of walling, a lot of walling. Oh, he wants to try and keep that from getting fully walled off. Nice moves in there with SortOf. Catches that drone. Now there's no wall off. It's just the Queens. Once he breaks the Queens, the Banelings go through. And if the Banelings go through, those Zerglings are dead. The question is whether SortOf has enough to break through these Queens, because that's a lot of transfuses available. He tries to squeeze in a Baneling now. A little bit of splash damage couldn't hurt anyone except for Lambo. And that Queen, she's gonna fall. 6 Lings, 8 Lings, not that many Lings remain here for SortOf, but they're protected by the Banelings sitting on the top of that ramp, waiting for another hit. Baneling nest for Lambo finishes up. He starts his own Banelings, but it might be a little too late. On top of the drones, they're focusing these Banelings. SortOf goes for the 2-0, and Lambo taps out. Good game, well played. Woo, hootenanny. Congratulations, SortOf will be a qualified player through the losers bracket for the WCS Challenger Series, not Valencia, whatever the hell it's called. Good stuff, man. Good, quick stuff. All right, a couple things to talk about. First off, someone says, I thought you were using the Corsair Voids. I am presently. Hello, that's what these are. That being said, these headsets are, they've got their own pluses and their own minuses, but the plus for me is that the headphone jack in my PC is not working, so I can't actually use these sweet, sweet GSPs, even though I want to. That being said, though, every headset has its plus and minuses. I've used the GSP a lot on my personal, like just on my laptop in my room type thing. So far, it's only minus that we really give it is it's not as comfortable as the Voids because of the whole wire versus non like wireless thing. Otherwise, I don't know. If you got the money, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the extra $1. As someone who's used these for years, I would definitely use those. But do your research, guys. Anyways, thank you for watching this show. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a hell of a fun time. A little bit longer than I would have hoped, but you know what? Screw it. We got some good quick games at the end, so it didn't even feel like it was that agonizing past the point of I'm done. Follow BaseTradeTV here on Twitch if you enjoyed the show. Maybe it's your first time watching. It's not always solo cast, but hey, I got to do a solo cast today. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. There's actually, we're going to talk about who we're rating in a second, but before we do, I guess there's that last proper sponsor talk, right? The GSP 500 from Sennheiser. Exclamation mark headset in the chat. They're comfy, they're nice, they look good, their microphone's fantastic. I'll display that again some other time, but check them out. Exclamation mark headset in the chat. I really like Sennheiser as a brand, and I gotta be honest, guys, while this is a temporary sponsorship, I would be so stoked if it grew into something larger, but you guys do what you gotta do. All right, person we're gonna go host is, I know, another girl. Roll your eyes. But I actually have a funny story about this. So there's a really popular streamer slash YouTuber called Kitty Plays. Some of you may or may not have heard of her before. I've known of her for years, but I've never really followed her content very much. However, for whatever weird coincidence, we ended up on the same plane down to Austin together, and the same transfer too. So we did a lot of chatting. Then I didn't see her at all during DreamHack. I didn't even see her at the after party. And then we happened to be on the same plane on the way back. So I had a really lovely time chatting with her. She's really into Fortnite right now. I'm going to give her a raid just as a bit of a, hey, it was nice to meet you type thing. So be polite, be nice, give some love. I think she's actually in like a Fortnite tournament or something. So I guess the raid message is just like, good luck, have fun or something. I'll paste something in chat. I don't fucking know. But I'm going to play some commercials before I do. So if you guys are taking off, have a wonderful day. I can't say for sure that I'll be back for the North American broadcast tonight, but I'll definitely try my best to be here for the European broadcast tomorrow morning. So some good times. Glad to be back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.